What the crap? Hold on.
Warning. The following content may contain cold, hard facts against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Viewer discretion is advised. Congratulations, Jacksonville Jaguars. You received an early Christmas gift last night on Monday Night Football in front of a national televised audience. An ass-kicking of a lifetime by Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. This game was non-competitive for all four quarters, especially by your overpaid and overrated quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, since being paid that shit ton of money, which is absolutely one of the worst contracts in professional sports history. Week after week, night after night, especially in prime time and in big spots when it matters the most, Trevor Lawrence continues to shit the bed in front of his coaches, his teammates, and most importantly, his fans and the owners, the Cons.
Oh no! We suck again!
Week after week here on this sports show, we continue to tell all of you guys and gals out there why Trevor Lawrence is the most overpaid, overrated quarterback in NFL history, because he has been paid money that is not deserved to him.
You suck.
Since rebranding your stadium to Trevor Bank Stadium, your franchise is forever cursed and fucked with a capital F. What I'm saying to you is not a prediction. My friends, this is a spoiler. There is not just a Madden curse in existence, ladies and gentlemen. There is a Trevor Lawrence curse. A curse on this Jacksonville Jaguars franchise. He has cursed his franchise to football hell after they paid him a max money deal. It would not surprise me if you go winless. You better be lucky you're not the Carolina Panthers. But who knows? Maybe you will become once again the laughingstock of the AFC Conference. Only time will tell. For now, I award you no victories, and may God have mercy on your souls. And now to tonight's edition of Our Nation Sports Show. Our Nation Sports Show. Tonight, on the Nation Sports Show, we continue our coverage of the 2024 NFL regular season. Tonight, we bring to you our analysis of Week 3 in the National Football League. Once again, for a third consecutive week. Some shocking, stunning upsets took place. One of those shocking, stunning victories took place last night on Monday Night Football. Jaden Daniels, the second overall pick in this year's draft by the Washington Commanders, with the spotlight shining so bright, he delivered in the clutch against Cincinnati in the jungle. Also tonight, we bring to you our Week 4 prediction battles, plus the latest breaking news in the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, and more. It is showtime.
Good up to the court, talking all that is sport, breaking down the latest news, scores, and more. Welcome to our Nation Sports Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is that time once again. We are live. And it's good to be back in the host chair this week. It is Our Nation Sports Show, everybody. You wanted the best is Sports Talk, you've got the best. I'm Ezra Vickery, and I thank you all for joining us as always. We got a hell of a show for you tonight, man. We got a lot to get into. We've got, of course, all of our NFL predictions, as mentioned in the intro. Of course, we're going to review the last week of this season, and of course, updates heading into not only the hunt for October in baseball, but also soon, the beginning of the NBA season is nearly upon us. So definitely, we're going to get news notes all around the sports world and maybe a little wrestling in between. We'll see what happens with time. But obviously, we're going to have our boys join us later. Kevin Roy and Hijacker Mike will be joining us for prediction time, which is going to be awesome. So we can't wait for that as well. So now here are the ways you can interact with us as always, which of course is at Twitter/X at Owen_Sports Show, Facebook, Instagram.com/Our Nation Sports Show. Of course, right here on the YouTube at Our Nation Sports Show as well, where we are live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Of course, the date might change depending on schedules, so keep an eye on our social media for any updates. Also, don't forget to follow my crew at Too Sweet Cosplay across all socials. We're kind of taking a break for the year as the con season slows down, but we will be getting back into the groove of posting things, getting all revved up for this last quarter of the year. Of course, upcoming with so many great pay-per-views and shows, from Bad Blood to Survivor Series to World's End, Wrestle Dream, Destruction in Kobe, Wrestle Kingdom in January. So we're going to be excited to get you guys interacted on all that. Hit us up at Too Sweet Cosplay, and of course, our sister show, The Nation's Corner. Don't forget to join the guys and gal every Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time, as they talk all things in the world of professional wrestling. Whether it's the famous promo that Cody and Roman cut on Georgia Tech's field, to Jey Uso taking the Intercontinental Championship from Braun Breaker last night, or what we're going to see tonight at NXT heading into their debut on the CW in my hometown of Chicago next week. So it's going to be really, really awesome and a really, really great week of great professional wrestling as always. So, and of course, Grand Slam this week, of course, with the legendary match between Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness. So all that and more coming that the guys and gal are going to discuss. So join them live on YouTube, and of course you can follow them at Nation's Corner on the good old Instagram. On the good old Instagram, it is The Nation's Corner, and Nation's Corner on YouTube, The Nation's Corner, and Nation's Corner everywhere else. Check it all out. Social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook page. Search it up, and you will find us. All right, enough of my spiel. Enough of plugging shit that I'm not getting paid for. Which, I mean, obviously we're not getting paid for this show either. But let's move it along. And we got with us my man right here. And this is, of course, a man whose team got a big victory this week. And I said they got lucky in the pre-show meeting, but in reality, they played one hell of a game. And we're going to discuss that in a little bit. And that is, of course, Joey JT. No, I wasn't at Diddy's house, Thornton.
What's going on, everybody? But first off, I want to say bravo to you, Steven, for that amazing intro.
Yes.
That was fucking great.
That was great, man. That was awesome.
That was great.
That deserved a bigger reward than when you won the Big Roll Lookalike contest.
But yes, that opening intro was absolutely spot on perfection. So bravo to you, sir.
I do appreciate the compliments.
Anyways, what's going on, everybody? It's good to be back after having to miss the show last week due to unfortunate circumstances. But I'm here, ready to talk sports, ready to do another NFL prediction battle for Week 4 NFL games, and talk about other sports if we feel like it. So, let's go.
Obviously, yep, NFL's going to be the dominating point throughout the show, but of course, we'll get into other things too, as always. And of course, we can't do the show without my heavy metal brother from the great state of North Carolina. A man who's returned to the stage when he gets a band is going to be bigger than Slayer at Riot Fest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the nation's corner's beating heart and beating drummer, Stephen Wyand. What's going on, brother?
First of all, before I get to my little spiel, today's show is brought to you by one word, and I think we can all agree today's show is brought to you by the word yeet.
Yeet!
Congratulations to the one and only the main event, Jey Uso, for winning his first singles WWE Championship last night in the main event in California against Braun Breaker in one hell of a match called by Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett in one hell of a call by Tessitore. I believe it was his third Raw since he's been with the company. Just an incredible display of play-by-play announcing by the great Tessitore, and Wade Barrett was spot on last night. And for those that don't know, so I did the main pre-intro like I always do. Then I got to thinking, we've been clowning Jacksonville so much these last couple weeks, not just on this show, but also in our Facebook chat. What better way to pay tribute to the greatest clowns besides the Cowboys and this franchise and the Jacksonville Jaguars? Looking forward to another great show with you guys, talking about all things NFL, because believe me, we have a lot going on when it comes to the NFL. A lot of injuries went down again this week. Lots of crazy, shocking turn of events happened in some of these games. A couple of comebacks, one that happened, one that fell short in the Cowboys against the Ravens, and a stunning upset last night in the jungle in Cincinnati when the Commanders knocked off the Bengals. Let's get to it, boys.
Absolutely. But before we begin this show, obviously, I want to say that it's been a crazy week, past couple weeks for a lot of us here at the show. Obviously, Steven, we know, unfortunately, I believe it was your cousin you said who unfortunately was gunned down in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Yes, unfortunately.
We send our condolences and prayers and well wishes to you guys from everybody here, and we dedicate the show to him. We also want to say also too, because this is a big news bulletin that broke at the beginning of this morning, and that is that Brett Favre has announced that he has been diagnosed with Parkinson's syndrome, which obviously we know that is a very debilitating disease. And knowing people who have had Parkinson's and knowing people who have dealt with that throughout their life, it's a rough go. It affects your motor skills. It affects your ability. You can't even hold a coffee spoon in your hand without your hands trembling and shaking because of that. That's what I believe my mom actually might have a form of it that's undiagnosed. But it's a horrible disease, right up there with cancer, right up there with MS and ALS. It's not curable, but it's easily manageable. So, especially with Brett Favre being in his 50s, that's a bad time for it to hit. Obviously, I'd rather hit him later in life though than early. So we're glad that it did. He'll be able to manage it. Hopefully, obviously, he's got the opportunity in some of the best healthcare imaginable, with him being a Hall of Famer and endorsement deals still to this day with whatever he's into. So. Hoping that the care he gets will help him out later on in life. And we wish Brett Favre all the best. And despite anything that's going on, whether it's that welfare scandal in Mississippi or whatever, despite all that, we wish him all the best. And we hope that he's able to manage it very well. Because, like I said, Parkinson's sucks.
Some of the most talented people, unfortunately, have been stricken by this horrible disease. I mean, Ozzy, Glenn Tipton from Judas Priest, Michael J. Fox, one of the best actors to play roles in movies. I mean, just this disease, it's a crippling disease. And one of the greatest football players to ever put on a helmet and a set of cleats. I mean, Brett Favre is pound for pound one of the greatest quarterbacks of his generation and of his era and of all time. And I mean, it's been a crazy last couple of days. I mean, like you said, with the unfortunate shooting of my cousin in Fayetteville. I mean, I've never experienced this, and dealing with that, like, it's just crazy, and just gotta hope and pray that the detectives, can figure out what's going on, and they just let them. Only thing we can do is just let them do their job, and I hope that justice will be served. And I mean, it's just it's crazy. And then hearing about this, I'm like, man, like this is it's crazy. I mean, because Brett Favre, he played in the NFL, for 20 years, and just sucks, man. I mean, no matter what's going on with him, like this is real life. I mean, this is a crippling disease, and hopefully he can manage it pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get back to the positive, and let's get out to some positive news for the world of the Memphis Grizzlies. And that is that they are going to be retiring the jersey of one of their greats, and that is Tony Allen.
Wow.
Tony Allen will be the third Grizzlies player to have his jersey retired. The only other two is, of course, the legendary Marc Gasol and ZB himself, or Z, Mr. ZR himself, Zach Randolph. So,
Very
congratulations
fitting
to Tony.
that the other big three or big four in a way gets his number retired, because even though Tony Allen, won a championship with the Celtics in 2008, to me he is more known as a Grizzly because his role with that team, was so critical during the Randolph and Gasol days, along with Mike Conley, running the point guard, and you had who was the other guy? OJ, right? Or come on.
OJ Mayo.
Mayo, thank you. Yeah, OJ Mayo. Yeah, OJ Mayo. That was a star-studded Grizzly team that easily could have gone to the NBA Finals, but unfortunately for them, Greg Popovich, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Monte Ginobili, also known as the San Antonio Spurs, crossed their paths a couple of times. And the Grizzlies did make it to the conference finals that one time with that gargantuan band, band of brothers. I mean, because the Grizzlies, they were such a dominant force once they got, even though they were an 8 seed, during the 2010-11 season, afterwards, they showed the entire NBA that, hey, just because we're the 8 seed, we're a force to be reckoned with. And they were one of the top teams in the Western Conference, 4 years highlighted by those band of brothers. I mean, Mayo and Allen and Randolph and Gasol and Conley and that bench. I mean, the team was so well put together. They easily could have gone to the NBA Finals. But as we all know, fellas, the Western Conference side of the NBA season during the regular season and the playoffs, it's very thick. It's very, intense. And not a lot of teams get out of there consecutively to the NBA Finals. So congratulations to the great Tony Allen.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Congratulations to Tony Allen. See, hold on. I just had something pop up on my computer. I have to click that out. Okay. All right. Real quick on Tony Allen on a retirement ceremony for the game where his retirement jersey, where the jersey raising and retirement is going to happen. The first 5,000 fans in attendance will receive a commemorative vinyl record produced locally, showcasing the memorable plays, moments, and interviews from Allen's Grizzlies career, and it'll be produced in partnership with Memphis Record Pressing. Full details about the ceremony, including musical artists, entertainment, former Grizzlies players and coaches, and other special guests and festivities, will be announced at a later date. So definitely going to put out the works for that. Also, another basketball-related news, got to say congratulations to Aja Wilson, who has been unanimously named the 2024 Kia WNBA MVP.
Well, well deserved. She had one of the best seasons out of a WNBA Super Squad basketball player basically ever. She's the only player in history to score 1,000 points in a single season. And that's kind of hard to come by.
Crazy.
Yeah. Absolutely. Congratulations to Aja Wilson on a huge honor. Let's see what else real quick before we get into football, because we know the football is going to dominate pretty much 80% of the show. Oh, we do want to say, as many of you know, the WNBA playoffs are going on right now. The Washington Mystics beat Atlanta 72-69. Let's see what game is back in the. Oh, this is back in the 13th. What the fuck? Sorry, excuse my language. But right now, the Atlanta Dream is going to take on the New York Liberty here in just about 10 minutes. So, yeah, but there are going to be some good games tonight. Let's see. I'm trying to look up the bracket. I got it right now. Sorry about that guy's last minute thing. Here we go. Playoffs. Okay. Obviously, he's going to be game twos right now. Like I said, New York Liberty took the first game for the Atlanta Dream. Las Vegas Aces are up 1-0 against Seattle Storm. Minnesota Lynx are up against Phoenix Mercury 1-0, and Connecticut Sun beat the Indiana Fever the other day as well to take a 1-0 lead. Game twos are coming up. This is a best of 3. So if those selected teams win the next game, the series is over. But they can always push it to a game 3. So if you can find it on your local cable networks, if you can find it on ESPN, wherever, definitely check it out. It's gonna be some awesome action there in the world of the WNBA. Let's see real quick. I was gonna say some of these news reports and shit are harder to find in an Uncle Howdy QR code. But
right.
I know, ain't it? All right, here we go. Now let's get into the world of the NFL. Let's get into all the news reports. The lull for the Panthers continues. Even though they did win a freaking game this week, somehow or another, blind squirrel finds a nut at least once, and somehow the Panthers won a game. But unfortunately, it came with a price, and that is that Adam Thielen is on IR now.
And this is why the Panthers can't have nice things.
Wow. Let's see here.
I mean, Joey, you and I talked about this the other day. You had these Panther fans that were going, "Yay, Carolina's back!" And we're all going, "Not so fast."
Nope.
It's like that Wile E. Coyote cartoon when Wile E. Coyote thinks he's got Roadrunner, and then all of a sudden the Roadrunner goes through the tunnel, it's painted on the wall. He goes through it, and then Wile E. Coyote goes to go through it, and he hits the wall. That's exactly what the Panthers are going to do right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And by the way, it's a hamstring injury that Adam Thielen is dealing with. By the way, let's see. Oof. Cowboys have lost center Frank Ragnow to a torn pec.
Oh, just when things can't go wrong for the Cowboys, they do.
That's not the Cowboys. That's the Lions.
Oh, Lions, my bad.
Yeah.
And that's a huge loss for Detroit. I mean, like they've been on such a roll. I mean, and this is, I know we're early part into the season, but you cannot have, injuries to key, guards on, and obviously your starting center. I mean, because now the Lions are going to have to find somebody, at the reserve player to get them familiar, with the snap counts and stuff like that. And just hopefully for Detroit, because Detroit does have a nice football team, and hopefully they can stay as healthy as they can, because as we all know, folks, I mean, this league holds no boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely. The 49ers injury woes continue as
Yes, they do.
Hargrave is out for the season due to a torn tricep. And Christian McCaffrey flew to Germany this weekend for treatment for his Achilles injury.
I just find it so coincidental how when San Francisco made it to the Super Bowl back in 2019, 2020, that the next year they had all these injuries that mounted up, quickly. And now this year, 1 year removed from their Super Bowl appearance against the Chiefs, all these injuries are hitting them again.
Mm-hmm. Also, too, you said congratulations to the Swami himself, Chris Berman, because on ESPN's War Room, he predicted that the Giants would beat the Browns and the Commanders would beat the Bengals.
Wow.
As I said from Adam Schefter, they don't call him the Swami for nothing. Also, big congratulations to, but this is a long time coming, to the great Damar Hamlin, who got his first NFL interception on Monday night.
Hell yeah.
Well deserved for a guy who went through hell 2 years ago. Congratulations to Damar Hamlin.
I'm so happy for that young man. I mean, to go what he went through over a year ago in Cincinnati, to come back from the brink of death, to to live, most importantly, live a full functioning life now, and to be back on the gridiron playing the game that he loves. I mean, and the fact that he got to do it in front of his home fans in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yes, sir. And the NFL suspended Chargers safety Derwin James Jr. for one game for repeated violations of playing rules intended to protect the health and safety of players.
Mm.
Yep. After lowering his head and making forcible contact to Steelers tight end Pat Freiermuth. So, also too, Javon Hargrave wasn't the only player to be lost for the season due to a torn triceps. Lions starting defensive end Marcus Davenport suffered a season-ending torn triceps as well.
3 weeks in and all these freaking injuries.
Cooper Kupp still will be out. He will not play Sunday against Chicago.
Yeah, they were saying that they were thinking about putting Cooper Kupp on the IR, but with the new guidelines that each team has, they can only put 8 players, on the IR for an entire season. And they've already put quite a few, including Puka Nacua. So even though Cooper Kupp stays silent for about 4 to 6 weeks, he's not expected to go on the IR.
Yeah. Also, let's see here. Dan Campbell announced that Sam Laporta is day-to-day with a sprained ankle.
Ooh,
so,
Mm.
Yep. Raiders head coach Antonio Pierce has said he is not ruling out a possible quarterback change this week.
Well, I've already heard reports saying that as of right now, they're still going to stick with Gardner Minshew as their starter. It's already been reported by several sources.
Okay. Let's see here. What else?
Did we talk about
what's
Brock
up?
Purdy dealing with the sore back?
No, good call.
I was gonna mention, yeah, he's been dealing with back soreness, and according to our boy Kevin Roy, it's for carrying the entire 49ers team this past weekend. But
Well,
to be honest, he is dealing with back soreness for real though, and it is considered day-to-day at this point. So,
well, I mean, when you're carrying the entire offense and your defense looks like it has Brendan Staley as the defensive coordinator, what do you expect?
Yeah, good point. You know what I will say though for the Vikings? You cannot question the toughness of Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold injured his left knee during that Vikings game. After a few plays, he came back out and finished the game. So
nice.
Justin Herbert unfortunately got injured this past weekend.
As of right now, I think
Taylor Heineke had to replace
his status is up in the air.
Yep. We're still waiting on word for Jordan Love too, because obviously Jordan Love
He's been out with the MCL sprain. And also, if you're Green Bay, you're counting your blessings. You're fortunate that you won the last couple of games, because I'm telling you, the majority of these teams, if they lose a quarterback or any star player for, they're out, they would crumble, under the pressure of having to replace, a top player. And give credit to Green Bay. I mean, Green Bay has weathered this early storm, and Jordan Love, when he comes back, that's the scary part, is knowing that if he's back to full strength and Green Bay can continue to get victories under their belts, this could be a lot of trouble for some of these teams that are vying for, these wild card spots, or even for the divisional titles like Minnesota, Detroit. I mean, because even if Green Bay doesn't win the division, they can still punch their ticket, obviously, in the wild card. And honestly, so far, I know it's early on in the season. We're 3 weeks in. We're coming up on week 4. Green Bay right now is looking like they're one of the better secondary teams that can make the playoffs, because the Cowboys have looked absolute hot garbage, in the NFC side of things. And even if you're San Francisco through 3 weeks has not looked like they did, even at the start of the season the last couple of years. I mean, these injuries, the missed assignments on defense, and the drop passes by San Francisco. I mean, if you're Green Bay, you're pretty happy where you're at right now, because when Jordan Love does come back, that could spell trouble for the rest of the NFL.
Good.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, what did you find?
It's from one of our favorite pages. They're one of our favorite pages, NFL memes.
Oh, Lord.
Many of you know the quarterback situation. As many of you know, the quarterback situation for the Dolphins has been very, very, how do you say, convoluted. Obviously,
yes.
Tua is out once again on IR with a concussion.
Yep.
And Skylar Thompson went down this past week with a chest injury, and so Tim Boyle had to come in for him. Well, NFL Memes posted this little graphic here, and I will read this. And I quote, "If you own a Miami Dolphins jersey and have thrown a football with a spiral at least once in your life, please show up to practice at Baptist Health Training Complex this Wednesday at 9 a.m. for tryouts."
They're copying the Carolina Panthers.
Question. Where the hell's our plane tickets? Hello?
Right?
I mean, come on. Anybody could be quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, because if Tua Tagovailoa is not there, if Skylar Thompson's not going to be there because of injury, somebody's got to do the job.
Well, I think I know who that somebody might be, and they better hurry up and activate him from the practice squad.
Oh, God. Who?
Former Baltimore Raven Tyler Huntley.
Yes. Yes. But not trying to say it. If it happens, I hate to say I told you so, but how fitting would it be, third quarterback, to go down with the injury bug? Hey, if Huntley gets injured, the football gods don't like Miami.
No.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and get started on the review of the games for this week. I'll be right back. I got to answer the door. So, Steven, why don't you start off with the Thursday night game and get into some discussions here, okay?
I mean, okay, so first off, yeah, the Jets beat the Patriots pretty bad. I mean, this was no contest. I mean, Aaron Rodgers and that offense and the defense for the Jets, they were so aggressive in this game. They made the Patriots' offensive line and quarterbacks' lives a living hell. I mean, it was not even close. I mean, Joey, I mean that right there was one of the easiest games to pick on that schedule.
Oh, big time. I mean, yeah, the Patriots, they were, I would say, about 2 feet above water after they surprisingly beat the Bengals at week 1, but since then they've come crashing back down to earth, which we all knew was a matter of time anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and as far as moving down the schedule on Sunday, I mean, right off the top of my head, I mean, some of these games that jump after me, is one for sure is the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, for a second consecutive week, the Dallas Cowboys have looked completely lost. And before the show started, I had a video on from ESPN from early this morning on Get Up. And Rex Ryan was spewing some absolute stunning statistical facts. The Dallas Cowboys, in 3 consecutive home games, going back to that Green Bay ass whipping in January early this year, for the last 3 games at home, they had been outgained on the ground 345 yards. They're giving up over 345 yards of offense, over 200 yards rushing alone, 40 points a game. And then especially in the last couple of games, before even contact happens, their defense is giving up 295 yards before contact. That is so bad. So bad. And again, picking these games last week, that was one of the easiest picks because Baltimore knew in their minds they could not go down to Dallas and lose a 3rd consecutive game and start the season 0-3.
Absolutely. I mean, Dallas has now lost 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 home games in a row after going almost 2 years, 16-0, undefeated at home since 2022.
It's like we talked about, Joey, how San Francisco, took Philadelphia's soul last year. Well, it's like Green Bay took Dallas's soul, and everybody else is still conquering them because everybody is scoring easy points on the Cowboys' bad defense. Because if I'm any team in the NFL right now, I'm looking at their piss poor defense going, you know what, guys? We actually have a shot to run the ball down their throats because they can't stop the damn run. This defense is so bad. You got Micah Parsons. You got CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott on the offensive side of the football, all pointing fingers at one another. Micah Parsons talking about how we don't need to have, players trying to be Superman. Dude, your defense is literally your kryptonite. It is crazy.
Instead of taking the fight to each other, why don't you try taking that same fight and putting it out there on the football field? Oh, wait. They don't know how to do that because they're freaking aggravating crybabies.
Crazy. I mean, to give up this many points already, you gave up 44 to New Orleans last week. You gave up 28 to Baltimore this past week.
You gave up 58 to the Packers last year in the playoffs.
Yep. This is not surprising to me at all because we all called it, here on the show that you don't see teams winning back-to-back division titles in the NFC East.
Nope.
Hasn't happened in over 20 years since Philadelphia had that streak from 2001 to 2004.
Yep.
And Rex Ryan also said something that was very factual. The Dallas Cowboys are a front runner team. That is how their defense gets off on the ball and beats teams to the punch. If you put this team behind the 8 ball, they're screwed.
Oh, big time screwed.
I mean, unreal.
Big time screwed. So apparently I came back for the Cowboys, huh?
Yep.
But
wow,
yet,
man, I hit that nail on the head, didn't I?
But yeah, these.
Okay, so real quick. So the numbers for the last 2 games. There's 345 yards. Last week's game, this week's game. The combined rushing yards they've been outgained is 345 yards. That's those 345 yards numbers. I mean, it is just crazy. I mean, if I'm any NFL team right now that has a good enough running game, you can easily destroy this Dallas Cowboys front seven. They cannot tackle at all. They cannot cover the run. I mean, this team, the way they're playing, and the way that Dak is pointing fingers, the way that CeeDee Lamb is pointing fingers, the way that Micah Parsons is pointing fingers, this team is not going to go anywhere at all, except not even to the playoffs. The way they're playing right now, they're gonna get their tickets sitting their asses on the couch very early, come December, because this does not bode well for the Dallas Cowboys. Even though the season is young, it just started 3 weeks ago, heading into week 4 now. You're already 4 weeks in going into this week, and you need to check yourself, because the Dallas Cowboys right now are playing like a team that doesn't even want to be there on the football field, because the Saints cracked the code last week. Baltimore for 3 quarters cracked the code. I mean, Derrick Henry, hello, finally played like Derrick Henry, like they signed him in the offseason in the first place. 150 yards, 151 yards. He ran all over that Cowboys defense. If I'm Green Bay, if I'm whoever Dallas is facing this season that is non-NFC East, I'm licking my chops. I want to run the ball down their throats. And then when they're expecting to run, you play action past them to death. Then they can't stop you at all with the passing game. This Cowboys team looks lost. And you've already paid CeeDee Lamb a shit ton of money. Dak Prescott a shit ton of money. And what the hell have they done the last couple of weeks? Not a damn thing. This team is so maxed out right now when it comes to their potential, because they're thinking on paper, oh, we're going to go for it. We have the talent to do things. Yeah, you have the talent, but you're not going out there on the football field and producing results.
Yeah, and yet, it's funny that you bring that up, Steven, because what was who was the one team that in the offseason, before he signed any deal, what was the one team that Derrick Henry said he would love to play for? The Dallas Cowboys.
Jerry Jones said in the offseason, we're all in. We're all in.
We're all in. Yeah, you're all in, all right. All in on losing half your freaking talent.
Because by not signing Derrick Henry and you bring back Ezekiel Elliott, that running game is so bad. You let Tony Pollard walk.
Yeah, you let Tony Pollard walk, and he was your best running back, not freaking Zeke.
Because the only way Ezekiel Elliott was good is when Tony Pollard was the front running back. He was the leading back in the backfield. Ezekiel Elliott could smash you to death with the football power, because when he was used as a power back, that's when he was good. When he is the number one running back, he's not good.
And also whenever Tony Pollard was doing all the dirty work in regards to running the ball, yeah, Zeke had 10, 11 touchdowns rushing, but that's because they were all at the freaking goal line.
When you're using a running back tandem like that,
the touchdowns you want, but if you're not the best option in that running game, then what's the point?
Exactly. And the schedule for the Cowboys does not get any easier, as the season progresses.
I mean, granted, they have an easy one this week, but
the Giants, yes, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, I'm about to say, not every week's going to be like that.
No.
As a matter of fact, I got the full schedule pulled up right here, so I'm just gonna tell off some of these games that they got coming up. Let's see. They got a matchup with undefeated Pittsburgh. They got a matchup with Detroit. They got Houston on their schedule. They got they have San Francisco coming on their schedule. They of course have Philadelphia twice. So Yeah, that schedule is it's not going to get any easier for Dallas.
And speaking of Philadelphia, what a gutsy win by this Eagles team against New Orleans this past Sunday. That was not a pretty win by any stretch. If you're New Orleans, that is a horrible, horrible way to lose a football game. Had the lead in the fourth quarter and you let the game slip away.
What game was that? I'm sorry, I had to answer something. What's up?
Eagles and Saints.
Eagles and Saints?
Yeah, I mean, New Orleans had the lead in this game predominantly through the entire game, except when Philly took the lead initially, then the Saints took the lead back. And they had the lead up 12-7, but they would have been up 14-7 if they didn't miss the 2-point conversion. But by missing the 2-point conversion, that left the door wide open for Philadelphia. And the Saints defense was so piss poor on that 3rd and 16. They let Dallas Goedert get wide open in the middle of the field. Nobody was covering him. And if you're the Saints, you can't have losses like that. It was bad.
Especially after putting 44 points on Dallas the previous week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tell you another team that really impressed me, the Vikings. Beat the living crap out of the Texans.
Yeah, and like we said, that's even coming off, like I said, Sam Darnold unfortunately getting injured. Sam Darnold getting injured. And despite all that, they were still. He was able to come back and still made sure that they put Houston away, 34-7. I was shocked by that score. I couldn't believe that.
Could not believe it. I mean, C.J. Stroud had a streak of 10 games without an interception. That streak came to an end. I mean, the Texans did not play their best game. I mean, on that one drive alone in the second quarter, they had 4 false starts. That killed the drive.
Unfortunately, they're hitting a little bit of a slump, but, a great team like that, they'll bounce back, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But like you said, CJ Stroud not playing his best, but obviously that could change at any moment. Like I said, any given Sunday, any given Monday, Thursday, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about obviously we talked about the Panthers beating the Raiders, but obviously that's a kind of a given in a sense. I mean, the Panthers did get finally one victory. Obviously, the Seahawks stomping the Dolphins. Obviously, Dolphins right now with this
easy
quarterback situation, just overall, and then their backup getting injured, and the third stringer having to come in.
Green Bay destroying Tennessee. That was not a surprise.
Yeah. You want to talk about ass whoopings? Like you said, Buffalo and Jacksonville. That was no problem for the Bills this week.
No problems at all.
Bills were struggling the past couple of weeks a little bit, but now it's Jacksonville, but they were able to get a big victory showcasing the firepower of their offense.
For sure. But there is one game that I really want to talk about.
Go ahead, floor's yours, Joey.
And this is a game that I have major problems with, just like everybody else who is a football fan. And I think this little 1-minute skit that I put together in my mind, or should I say a few second skit, should register with you two as to which game I'm going to talk about. Let's see. Let me find my checkbook. Here it is. So, referees, how much money do y'all want this week? Huh? 1 million? 2 million? Okay. Let's settle for 1.5 million. There you go. Now don't call game costing penalties against us. What game am I talking about? Kansas City and Atlanta. Sunday night.
God.
Once again, the Chiefs get bailed out. Because I saw it. I'm sure you guys saw it. Everybody in the world saw it.
No brainer.
That was a pass interference on Kansas City when they blocked Kyle Pitts on that 4th down play right there at the end zone. Once again, Kansas City gets bailed out, and I'm sick of it.
And it's like Kevin has talked
Because,
about. It's like we've
yes,
talked about. That team should be 1-2.
exactly. I was just about to say Kansas City is 3-0 right now. But if those two calls would have been, or if those two penalties would have been called, Kansas City would easily be 1-2. Easily. I'm so sick of the fact that these referees keep getting paid off, it seems like, by this Kansas City Chiefs front office. And I mean, Mahomes and Kelsey, they ain't playing worth a crap right now. They are not playing worth a crap. I mean, Kelsey only has 69 yards receiving in these first 3 games. 69 yards receiving. At this rate, he's only going to be on track. He's on track to have only 341 reception yards this season. Now, obviously, he's not going to finish with that low of a stat, but just saying. But the fact of the matter is, Kansas City is having one of their worst statistical seasons on the face of the planet, but yet they keep getting bailed out, not by their offense, not by their defense, and certainly not by the coaches, but by these referees that they constantly have in their back pocket.
And joining us at the right time, K-Rod, Kevin Rory, because we're talking about this whole controversy again with the Chiefs.
I mean, seriously, Roger Goodell, when is enough going to be enough? When?
I agree. I thought on that game, I mean, of course, the Falcons had other chances that they blew, but that was ridiculous. That penalty. So let me get this straight. Last week, the Bengals player does the same thing. No flag gets called. This week, the Chiefs player does the same thing. No flag. What? At least be consistent with it. I mean, come on, dude.
Exactly.
The Chiefs literally could be 0-3 right now, and the referees are the main culprit, because let's not sit there and act like Patrick Mahomes has been a world beater. That Patrick Mahomes has been absolute dog shit to his standards. Not saying he is, but he has played like dog shit. And Travis Kelce, he's more worried about going on a freaking tour with Taylor Swift than he is catching a ball. He's literally got like 6 catches for like 10 yards on the whole season through 3 weeks. Where are you at, dude? It's literally been the Rasheed White show.
He has 8 receptions for 69 yards this whole year.
Exactly. You don't hear about him. No touchdowns either. None. So, dude, what? This has been the Rasheed Rice show. Like, the Chiefs literally, the referees called 80 penalties likely like that for the Ravens game, bails the Chiefs out. Very next week, calls that dumb PI penalty that would have ended the game on the Bengals, and now called the no call in the end zone, which would have gave the Falcons the ball at the 1 yard line. Who would have known if they would have scored? But it's just the principle. It's ridiculous.
Plumb ridiculous. And
exactly.
and I'm not the only fan that's sick of it. Fans have been erupting on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. But they have been erupting on social media in regards to these Kansas City Chiefs not getting calls. And it's sickening. So Roger Goodell, when is enough going to be enough?
And also, Kev, before you joined, we were talking about the Cowboys once again for a second consecutive week getting destroyed, getting ran on by first the Saints and now the Ravens. And there was a stat, Kevin, that I heard on ESPN from this morning with Rex Ryan, that in the last 2 games, the Dallas Cowboys defense had given up 345 rushing yards alone.
That's quite a bit. I tell you what, What I seen from that Cowboys game was plumb ridiculous. If anybody wants to try to put this at all on Dak Prescott, like they always seem to do, they're idiots or they don't know football or just pure hate Dak Prescott for whatever reason. Because, like I told you the other week, Steven, when I was at your house, let's just keep it real. People hate on Dak Prescott because of the star on his helmet. I'm sorry. He is not the main culprit of what is going on in Dallas. It's this putrid and atrocious Mike Zimmer defense. Like, what are you doing? Anybody can run on you. Hell, I think a person in a wheelchair can go average 150 yards a game on this defense. I mean, and then I'm just glad John Harbaugh is not an idiot, and instead of running that dumbass zone run scheme he's been trying to run with Derrick Henry, he finally did the right thing against Dallas and just put Lamar under center and just run straight out the I formation, because that's where the Ravens been fucking up the whole year. They think Derrick Henry is going to run that zone read. He is not a back like that. Derrick Henry is an old school Adrian Peterson 1990s back. Like, he's going to get 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to duck his head. He's going to grab the ball and he's going to get downhill. He's not a zone back. It's a good thing the Ravens realized that and used him in that way, because the way he was running over the Cowboys looked like, Steven, you remember that time the mascot was playing on Come On Man and the big ass mascot was running over the little kids? That's what Derrick Henry looked like running over the Cowboys. And it's like nobody from Dallas could tackle anybody, even on the catches. I mean, you had what's the guy from Jalen Rieger or something, whoever from Baltimore, literally going right slippery. The Cowboys couldn't tackle him. I mean, I don't know. I guess he was more slippery than a Diddy party because he couldn't be tackled. He got loose, like, and everybody on the Ravens was getting loose. And then this Dallas defense is atrocious. And then what got me so fired up and laughing, like I have any room to laugh, they had more fight on the sidelines when CeeDee Lamb was over there cussing Dak out. Micah Parsons over there calling out of safety, trying to fight his teammates. They had more fight on the sideline against each other than they had against the damn Ravens all game long. What are y'all doing, Dallas? Jerry Jones is out there about to go ahead and prepare his grave and roll over in it, because this ain't how he envisioned the Cowboys. And for Jerry to come out today on his radio show after practice and say the crap that he did, like, oh, I think we're fine. I don't see many problems with our team. You either are lying to yourself or you're a complete senile old man. And both can be true. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's probably both.
I mean, it's a little combination of both. But, I mean, if you don't think there's a problem with this team, and what makes it the worst is you need a running game. You run, and then Jerry Jones comes out and runs his mouth. Oh, we couldn't afford Derrick Henry. Let's look at the numbers here.
You're worth nearly $10 billion fucking dollars.
Listen, Derrick Henry is playing on $9 million for the Baltimore Ravens. You're paying Ezekiel Elliott from the last contract and this contract $14 million. So how could you not afford Derrick Henry? Someone please tell me that.
You can.
Exactly. And before we continue, shout outs to Trenda here in the chat. What's going on, Trend?
Hey, Trenda.
What's up, Trenda? But anyway, I mean, the one thing that Jerry Jones does not enjoy doing is opening up his wallet / checkbook. Because honestly, how long and how much convincing did it take for Jerry Jones to finally pull out his checkbook and say, oh, we're going to sign Dak and CD, the long-term deals? I mean, you had the entire offseason to do it. But then you get both players signed right before the season even freaking starts? Dude. No.
Exactly. And I know there's a couple other games here on this schedule that we want to get into, including what the hell was that with San Francisco on Sunday with the Rams? I mean, it is just crazy. I mean, the bad defense assignments with the penalty calls and the receiver, young receiver dropping multiple passes, and Moody's kick that he missed. I know, Kev, you were going crazy in the chat the other day.
Yeah, I to be honest though, if I had to put a culprit, I cannot blame Jake Moody. I mean, 55 yarders. I don't know what we are expecting of kickers, but they're not guaranteed. I cannot blame him. That's his first miss of the year. It's been 3 games. But with that being said, there are plenty of culprits of why we didn't finish this damn game out and we blew this damn game. And it starts with the most gut wrenching problem is the defense. This for the first time since 2018, the 49ers defense ranks bottom 7 in every statistical category, which is ridiculous. I'm not going to press the panic button on the defense yet because if you don't recall, D'Amico Ryan's first year as a defensive coordinator, he got diced up by Aaron Rodgers, if you don't remember that Sunday night football game, for 400 yards, 38 points. I mean, it happens, but he learned to grow and he got better as the season gone on. So I'm hoping this could be the case, but with all the injuries, it's going to make it tough. Losing stud defensive tackle Javon Hargrave for the season with a torn triceps doesn't help. I mean, that's your big guy in the middle. It's just crazy because the 49ers injuries were all on offense, and it just seemed like we were watching Joe Montana to Jerry Rice out there all day Sunday with Jawan Jennings and Brock Purdy. No issues whatsoever. Christian McCaffrey was not missed in that offense whatsoever Sunday. Deebo Samuel was not missed whatsoever in that offense Sunday. George Kittle, not the same. It just not missed. They were moving the ball fine. Brock Purdy, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, posted a 140 rating, the highest quarterback rating in the loss since Kurt Warner in 1999. You can't say nothing. Brock Purdy carried this team. Everybody wanted to run their mouth about, I want to see what Brock Purdy looks like when he ain't got the Avengers. What's he going to look like if he ain't got Deebo, Kittle, Trent, Ayuk, CMC? What's he going to look like? Well, you seen it. He threw for 300, ran for 40 more yards. I mean, he did all he could. Jawan Jennings looked like Jerry Rice out here. This was 2 7th-round picks out there throwing the ball, throwing catch. Ayuk, I don't know what the hell he is. He's MIA. Someone sent an APB out for him because he got $30 million. He robbed us of $30 million, and it looked like he dropping balls left and right. I mean, I don't get it. And Brock Purdy had 8 incompletions, and you know what? 6 of them were dropped right in the damn receiver's gut and dropped it. Starting with Ronnie Bell. If he makes that catch in the fourth quarter on 2nd and 10 that hit him right in the damn chest with not a damn defender around him, the 49ers got the ball on the 20-yard line, kicking a game-winning field goal right about now. And instead, he drops it. Then you sit there in this putrid offensive line on the right side, Colton McKivitz. Let me give you a statistic about good old Colton McKivitz, who we should have addressed in the draft. He ranks 61 out of 62 tackles in the National Football League in run and pass blocking. I mean, that's why Brock Purdy got stripped of the sack that first time and lost the ball is because the rookie, what's his name? Jared Verse, a rookie, blew right by him in like 2 seconds. Before Brock Purdy could turn his head up with the ball, he's got someone in his damn face because of Colton McKivitz. That's not the offense is not the concern. As sad as it is, it's really 2 things. Defense needs to learn to stop the fucking run. I don't. It's just like they just don't care. Then our special teams has been, what the fuck are you doing since week 2? I mean, look, we get a punt block against Minnesota. They score. We muffed a punt against Minnesota that they almost recovered. Now this week, we give up a fake punt for a first down that gave the Rams life because, let's be honest, that was another thing that got the Rams in the game. If they don't lose that fake punt, the 49ers get the ball on their side of the field and could be up 21-0 and throwing in the white towel. But they give up the fake punt, and then at the end of the game, 50 seconds left. The Rams had 1 timeout, and what do you do on the punt return? He gets the ball all the way on the 49ers side of the field because you couldn't cover the punt return. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's little shit like that this team needs to go back and they need to have a players-only meeting and fix because this shit is ridiculous. That's the damn group that's healthy, and they're looking that damn pitiful. It's awful.
It is. And speaking of pitiful, nice segue, Kev. Speaking of pitiful, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jesus.
I thought you were going to talk.
Hey, I do not care. We might be pitiful, but we're not that damn pitiful. Jesus Christ, we'll never be that damn pitiful.
I thought you were going to talk about the Bears' offense for a second.
Well, good. You know what, Ed? That's a great point because back to the Bears and the Colts game real quick. Caleb Williams, good Lord. I said it to y'all on the show. He was going to eat a slice of humble pie, and he has. He has.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, and here's the thing. Caleb Williams did have his best game production-wise. He had 33-59 for over 350 yards. That was his best game production-wise. But as far as the offensive line, we have no offensive line, no pass protection. Caleb Williams is getting pressured almost every time he can get a ball in his hand. Mm-hmm. And it just seems like when he starts to have to scramble and try to throw the ball out, he's making stupid plays. He's throwing interceptions. He's throwing the ball over. He seems like he's also not connecting well with his receivers. If you notice, a lot of his passes are overthrown. Yeah. Like it's like the defense the last game or so. The defense played great. They played amazing. They had great moments, but the problem is this week the defense, though, I don't know if they were just tired or what, because they had been out on the field for so long. If they were exhausted because of the fact that the offense could not keep themselves on the field, 3 and outs, whether losing yardage and all that stuff, drop back, sacks. It's just, unfortunately, it's the offense is just not clicking the way it should be. Caleb's having trouble clicking with his receivers, and also, too, no pass protection. So Caleb has no time to throw the ball where he wants it to go. And that's a big problem. Is that we tried to upgrade the offensive line, but it seems like nothing has worked so far, and it's affecting Caleb Williams' performance. Obviously, like I said, best game he's had production-wise, throwing percentage, and how many yards he's thrown. He had a hell of a game as far as that goes, but still, without a good offensive line, it don't mean shit. We're still making stupid plays. We're overthrowing the ball, interceptions. It's just something's gotta click this season, or we're gonna be in some serious trouble.
Yeah, and it's like I was talking about with the Jaguars. Even in that intro, and Kevin, if you haven't heard the intro, dude, you got to go check it out, dude. It's it's gold. Trevor Lawrence, Kevin, it's like we talked about here in the chat, and we said it here on the show. He is so overrated, so overpaid.
Yeah, he's Daniel Jones with blonde hair.
That's what I was gonna say. I saw that on NFL memes, dude.
He's just Daniel Jones with blonde hair.
I saw that on NFL memes, Kev. I saw that.
Yeah, I think I seen that somewhere today. That's why I got it.
I saw it earlier.
But
did you see the Dolphins meme? They made fun of They said if anybody has a Dolphins jersey and can throw a perfect spiral at least once in their life, please come to wherever the complex is for a tryout.
In Miami. Yeah, I seen that one too. Yeah, they need one. They're in trouble. But no, going back to the Jaguars, let me just you know what? I said this on Facebook today, and it's been a topic that me and some of my friends been talking about. If you actually believe that Trevor Lawrence, for one, is better than Brock Purdy in the NFL, then you are either A Clemson fan, B, a hopeful, delusional Jaguar fan, or C, you are on crack, or all three. But Trevor Lawrence is god-awful. There's no reason this Jaguars team should be this bad with some of the talent that they got. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. in the first round, Travis Etienne, one of the better backs in the league. You got Evan Ingram, a good tight end, a good backup tight end. You still got you went and got Gabe Davis, for crying out loud. You still got Christian Kirk. What is the problem? You know what? Everybody, he was nothing but fool's gold when he came in the league. You know what? Like, I'll give you a good analogy. Everybody tried to say he's a Rolls Royce. Well, let me just tell you something. A Chrysler 300 looks like a Rolls Royce until a Rolls Royce pulls up beside it. And you know what? Last night, the Rolls Royce was Josh Allen pulling up beside Trevor Lawrence, and now you all seen what Trevor Lawrence was. Absolute dog crap.
Oh, yeah. And Josh Allen had a great game last night. And speaking of having a great game, Jaden Daniels.
Daniels, boy.
Jaden Daniels had a hell of a game last night. I mean, Jaden Daniels played like a professional quarterback that has been playing in the NFL for years last night. I mean, some of these throws he was making to McLaurin and company, I mean, he was throwing some darts in
Hey,
heavy
He
coverage.
converted not one, not two, but 3 fourth down plays last night. 3 fourth down plays.
hey, but I gotta say one thing though. I'm just glad that the Commanders actually got the message last week when he almost got hurt in the Giants game. Quit fucking running him like RG3. They finally got the memo because last week I thought it was over when the Giants took him out and went after his knees and he got banged up a little bit. That was a sign like, you know what, nah, maybe we need to keep him in the pocket, not let him run so much. That was the best thing for him. Second of all, it was like that game. That was a good game from both offenses, but I got to say, where the fuck is the defense? Because it's like they were playing Madden with all defensive sliders on 0. Because
Kev.
There was a stat that came on ESPN that said that was the first Monday Night Football game ever to have 0 punts and 0 turnovers.
Hey,
so there
and
was
hijacker
no
and
defense.
The first
and
game
hijacker
overall since 1940.
and Hijacker's joining us here right now, ladies and gentlemen. Hijacker knows this game very well. Remember that game, guys, when the Rams took on the Chiefs on Monday Night Football a couple years ago? That high octane game?
Yes.
No punch really in the
52
damn
to
game.
49.
Yep.
God almighty.
That was a freaking track meet.
Yes, it was. But what's going on, Hijacker?
Not much, guys. What's happening? What's going on?
Not much.
Not much, brother.
Just chilling.
All right. You guys ready for a little score prediction time?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, all right, guys. This score prediction is brought to you by Johnson & Johnson, the official sponsor for P Diddy.
But first, I got some numbers from last week.
Go ahead.
Our prediction battle winner for this past week was yours truly. I went 9-7.
It's fixed. It's fucking rigged, man.
Steven and Hijacker finished tied for second with 8-8 records.
Still better than the Dallas Cowboys right now.
Kevin finished fourth, finishing with a record of 6-10. And Ezra, you finished dead last, my friend. You went 5-11.
Hey, altogether, it still scored more points than the Carolina Panthers did the week before last.
That's true.
Yeah, it was one hell of a week, man. We were all off last week, were we?
Oh, yeah, dude. Last week we sucked.
Shit, if the winner went 9-7, man, you barely made the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Right?
All right, here we go, guys. First game. It is Thursday night, and it is the barn burner of all barn burners. It is the Dallas Cowboys going to New York to take on the football Giants.
Oh, calling it right now. Another 40-0 shutout.
I'm not.
I'm not going to be that mean. I'm not going to be that mean. Tell you what, I'll get the Giants a little bit of grief. I'll go 27-6.
I'll go Cowboys 24, Giants 3.
24-7, Cowboys over the Giants.
I got Dallas winning this one 23-9. I'll give New York 3 field goals.
Oh, no safeties. Damn it. We tried.
I'm gonna be more generous.
Hey, when he said 9, I was thinking a touchdown and a safety.
I'm gonna be more generous because New York about upset Washington. New York played good against Cleveland. They played a little better, and they got a true number 1 receiver. And Dallas defense, like I said, is dog shit. Give me Dallas 21-16.
Look at you. Okay. All right.
As Booker T said in the Pulp Fiction WrestleMania 21 parody, check out the big brain on you. But
that one line right there is better than his commentary in NXT. Just saying.
Yeah. I liked it when he was Black Snow in TNA. But anyways, moving on.
Oh dear.
Next game is 12 o'clock. Is a 1 o'clock game, and it is New Orleans taking on Atlanta in the dirty ATL, baby.
Ooh,
this is a tough one.
Yeah, this one's honestly going to be kind of tough. I hate to say it.
I'm gonna roll with New Orleans. I think they bounce back. They got the better roster defensively, especially. Give me New Orleans in a close one, 17-14.
I'm honestly thinking right along that same score, but I'm going to go just a teensy bit higher on one team's end. Give me the Saints in this one, 19-14.
Yeah, I mean Atlanta does have some nice pieces, but I just don't think that they have enough to compete with the Saints. That's why I'm going to go with the Saints to bounce back to beat Atlanta, squeeze out a victory, 22-16.
Okay.
All right. I'll take Nollins 24-17 as Derek Carr rebounds from his "Hey, how you doing, Raiders" tour.
That he was.
I'm gonna go with New Orleans 20-17.
Okay.
All right, next game. This should be an easy one, and they need to win this one because they don't, they're gonna look like fucking losers. And that is the Bengals going to Carolina to take on the Panthers.
Wait.
If Cincinnati loses this game, they got more problems than they know what to freaking
No, wait a minute. Script writers could not have written this better. Andy Dalton has a chance to do the funniest thing ever to his old Bengals team. Is it 0-4? No, I'm not going there. I'm gonna say Carolina was the blind squirrel that found a nut last week. So give me Cincinnati 24-17.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 27-13 Cincinnati over Carolina.
Give me Cincinnati to get off the snide. There's nowhere to listen to these pussy cats. Give me Cincy 28-14. Although it would be funny if Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, the Red Rooster, if he beats the Bengals.
But I have a feeling Cincinnati's gonna make them like not the Red Rifle, but the Red Water Shooter.
Come on, dude. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Give me the Bengals in this one. I'm gonna go Bengals 31-14.
Yeah, give me Cincy 28-21. If this was in Cincinnati, I think Dalton would have a more solid chance for a W for a comeback in his old city.
Yeah. Good point.
I don't see it. I don't see it here. He got by last week, which made me happy, but my record dropped because of it. But I'll take it.
Well, I will say though, if Bryce Young was still the starting quarterback for the Panthers, we'd be looking at 34-3.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Next game is the Rams heading to Soldier Field to take on the Bears.
This is a tough one because these two teams are so inconsistent.
One of them's beat the fuck up, and one of the other offense is already handicapping its own. So I
consider better myself.
I don't know. They're both handicapped in a way.
I'll go ahead and start things off with this one. I'm gonna go. Sorry, Ezra. I'm going the Rams on a game-winning field goal in overtime, 20-17.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Rams. It comes down to quarterback play for me, and Stafford seems to get the best out of even scrubs. So give me the Rams. I'm gonna go in a lower scoring end. I'm gonna go 18-16 Rams.
Damn, look at that score.
Check out that score.
Give me the Rams 20 to 12.
17-14 Chicago.
Oh,
Game-winning field goal by Cairo Santos.
Give me a 0-0 tie with a record of 24 punts between each team, 3 and outs every time.
I'll be sure to put that on my parlay. Both teams won over 10 times.
No, I got LA 17-10 on this one.
That would be funny.
That would be
Nobody
funny.
wins.
All right.
Nothing but 3 and outs.
Ouch.
3 and out.
All right. Next up, NFC North showdown between the Vikings and Green Bay at Lambeau.
Shit. Now this is a tough one to pick because
And you know what? I'll go ahead and get things started off with this one. Who would have thought that 3 weeks into the season, we all thought that Minnesota was dead in the water, but Sam Darnold so far has come out looking like freaking Tom Brady. So, to me, it depends on if Jordan Love can come back this week, but even if he does, I'm still going to go with Minnesota to pull off a shocker in Lambeau. I'm going to go Minnesota 27-24.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Minnesota. Very similar score to yours, Joey. I'm gonna go 27-23.
Okay.
One lower on Green Bay score.
You know what? Sam Darnold, while playing good, he's not the reason for their success. And this is why I say I got Minnesota because of that Brian Flores defense. I think Jordan Love or no Jordan Love, they got a game plan. Give me Minnesota in a close one, 23-20.
Same score as me, 23-20, Minnesota.
Yeah, I got Minnesota 31-16 on Green Bay, but Green Bay is going to get 8 safeties to get their 16.
It seems legit.
You can't be serious.
What is he, Lance Storm?
If I can be serious for a minute.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Funny thing is, Tyjacker, I was watching 05 episodes of SmackDown, and it was Booker T on main parts of the show. So perfect on that. Let's go with next one, which is Jacksonville heading to Houston to take on the Texans.
Warning, ass kicking alert. Ass kicking alert. Give me Houston to beat the living piss out of the Jacksonville Kitties. 38-3.
Yeah, I don't think they'll score that much, but I'm going to go Houston until their offense gets back rolling. I'm going to go Houston, though. Give me Houston 28-6.
This team is so bad.
You know what?
Kicking alert.
You know what? Give me Houston. Houston's going to fucking kill these guys. Give me Houston 30-10.
Okay.
You know what? While we wait on Joey real quick, I'd like to bring an interesting stat up. Let me tell you how bad Trevor Lawrence is, so bad that he was the first player in NFL history to throw a pick the other night to someone who actually had his heart stopped on the field 2 years ago. Trevor Lawrence is the only one to throw a pick to Damar Hamlin. Congratulations, Trevor.
Even more so, congratulations to Damar Hamlin. What a comeback.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, what a comeback for him, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I got Houston 24-7 on this.
All right.
That tells you how bad Jacksonville is. They look so depleted right now.
Yeah, they got 55 million reasons to, and all 55 million reasons are at quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah, you can easily say Houston may just give Jacksonville this touchdown so they don't get shut out with like 2 seconds left. They'll probably just drop the ball on the one and say, go for it.
I got to shut up. I got to shut up. I got to shut
up. The field while the offense is on the 2-yard line.
Hey, Trevor, here's your one opportunity to score a touchdown. It'd be fun if you blew it.
All right, Joey.
All right. Everybody gave their scores, right, for the Texans Jaguars?
Yeah. We're just waiting on you.
Sorry. I had to step away for just a minute.
That's
fine. Obviously, everybody's going with the Texans, right?
Correct.
All right. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to follow suit. Give me the Texans in an absolute blowout because this is going to be the game in which C.J. Stroud and that amazing offense for Houston rebounds after that disappointing performance against Minnesota. Give me Houston 37-0.
Shut out.
Yes.
Wow.
Safety.
All right.
Not even a safety. Wow.
Nope.
No, that'll probably be to about 3 games from now for Hijacker.
No, the safety will come up in pregame.
There you go. There you
Here,
go.
Jacksonville. Here is your lone lead of the game before the game even starts.
It's a bonus points for trying.
As a matter of fact, the only thing Jacksonville may win during the game is the coin toss.
Could be. All right, next game. Steelers heading to Lucas Oil Stadium to take on the Colts.
I mean, the Steelers are 3-0, but I kind of have my doubts on this one. Because it all depends, to me, on which Colts team shows up.
Good point.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it simple. I don't care what Colts team shows up. Pittsburgh's defense is smothering, and I don't care if Anthony Richardson turns into prime Peyton Manning. They're not gonna win. Give me Pittsburgh in a low scoring affair, 16-10.
I like where Kevin's thinking with that.
You know what? Give me the Steelers in this one also. I got kind of an odd score, though. Give me the Steelers in this one, 16-12.
Huh.
Get the safety. Justin Fields runs out the back of the end zone. Mike Tomlin has a stroke.
I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh in this one. I'm going to go like I said, low scoring. I'm gonna call this the Titus O'Neil game for Indiana. Because just like Titus O'Neil in Madden, he can't kick field goals. So guess what this score? It's gonna be 19-12.
Give me Pittsburgh to win this game. Give me Pittsburgh 17-13.
I got Pittsburgh 24, Indianapolis 12. But Indianapolis is not going to score a touchdown. They're going to get 4 field goals where for some reason I feel their special teams is going to shine and get them in field goal range, and they're going to go 3 and out and kick a field goal each time.
All right. Next one is the Denver Walmart Great Value Discount Rollback Broncos taking on the Jets tore by Achilles Jets.
Man, I tell you what, I was not expecting Denver to completely blow Tampa Bay out of the water like that, but what can I say? Even a broken clock is right twice a day, but it ain't gonna be like that this week. Aaron Rodgers is literally picking up right where he left off, and no, I'm not talking about from last year with the Achilles injury.
Nope.
I'm talking about his last year that he spent with the Packers. He put up some pretty decent stats, and he's picking up right where he left off from that. So give me the Jets in this one. I'm gonna go 24-13.
Yeah, I'm going to Jets in a low score. Like Joey said, the Broncos with that upset, that was the second blind squirrel that found a nut. It ain't gonna happen again. Give me the Jets 17-8.
Oh,
What the fuck?
A safety. 2 field goals and a safety.
Hijacker's proud of you. Give me the Jets to beat up on the Donkeys 20-3.
Oh.
I got a much closer game in this one. This is going to be New York Jets 14, Denver 13. It's going to go all the way down.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm going to go 21-14. Denver's definitely not winning. Or, let's see. Yeah, Denver's definitely not winning this one. All right, next game, folks, is the Eagles going to Tampa Bay to take on the Bucks.
Ooh, this one's gonna be tough.
Oh,
I mean, granted, these are definitely not the two same teams that met last year in the wild card round, in which the Bucks absolutely destroyed them. But, I don't know. You know what?
Uh,
I don't feel happy about it. I'm not 100% sure on it, but I'm going with my gut. I think this is going to be the Bucks' time to get some revenge. Not from the Eagles, of course, but from that absolute garbage show that we saw last week against the Broncos. Give me the Bucks. This is going to be a very, very tight score. Give me the Bucks on a game-winning touchdown drive, 26-23.
Mm.
Mm.
You know what? I'm feeling that, Joey. I'm going with the Bucks also. I think the Eagles probably have gotten worse defensively. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm gonna actually go with the Bucks, but here's my dilemma. I think the Eagles again blow another lead in the 2-minute warning to lose this game, and I'm gonna say they lose 21-17.
Ooh, that actually is a
Whoa.
realistic possibility.
You know what, Kevin? I had the same score you did. That's a score I had in my head.
Haha, nice.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah,
In my head, zombie.
See, that's why we like doing these prediction battles because we literally come up with these scores on the fly.
No safeties this game.
Next one.
Wait. Me and Hydra didn't give our scores yet.
Go ahead, guys. Go for it. What you got?
All right, you want me to roll? All
Go.
right, I got Philly returning and making a comeback. They got this one 31-10, while Hurts will look like Bo Jackson in Texas.
Whoa! Outright
Whoa.
picking Philadelphia.
Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks as well. I just don't feel good about this Eagles defense. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. I'm gonna go Tampa in a close one. I'm gonna go Tampa 23-16.
Okay.
Okay. All right, next one is Joey's Commanders going to the desert to take on the Redbirds, the Cardinals.
You know, honestly, this one I think is a tough pick. Because, I don't know. I mean, this is going to be a high profile matchup between two rookies who have completely, in my opinion, taken the league by storm so far. That, of course, being Jaden Daniels for Washington and their star receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr. from the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. You know what? Once again, I'm going with my gut. If my boys can pull out a road win against Cincinnati in the jungle, then I think we can hang with the Cardinals in the West. Give me my Commanders in this one. I'm going to go Commanders 26 over Arizona 20.
Nice. Nice score. Oh.
All right, I'll jump on this one. I got Arizona really coming back strong again, 35-31. This will go down till the end. Arizona's down, comes back, gets the game-winning touchdown in the last 2 minutes. 35-31 Arizona.
Yeah, I'm kind of going to roll with the same thing. I think neither team has any kind of defense whatsoever, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair, and I'm going to have to roll with the team that has more weapons on offense. Yeah, you got Terry McLaurin, but a future All-Pro tight end, Trey McBride, I think is going to be the difference, and Marvin Harrison Jr., who's got something to say for Offensive Rookie of the Year this year with the numbers as he's putting up. I'm going to go Arizona. I'm going to go Arizona 38-34.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm going 33-30.
And also, real quick before Steven and Ezra give their scores, this is going to be Zach Ertz going back to Arizona also.
That's a great call.
Yeah. I'm going 33-30 Arizona.
Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Man, this game could flip a coin. This game could go either way.
It's all right, Steven. Just tell Ezra when the light hits him just right, he looks like Joe Hendry.
Say his name, he may appear. Give me Give me Arizona to win in a close game. Give me Arizona to beat the Commanders 34-31.
All right. Everybody got the score for that one?
Yep.
All right, moving on. It is the Patriots going to the Bay to take on the Niners.
Listen here. The Niners may be banged up a little bit, but I'm telling you one thing. If the Niners lose this game, then I'm not going to have any words for next week. Give me the 49ers. Hopefully, they'll be able to get some players back. Hopefully, they'll be able to at least get George Kittle back. Not too sure about Debo. Probably not, though. Hopefully, they'll be able to get some players back on defense that were a little banged up. And hopefully, Brock Purdy's sore back don't deter him from passing for over 300 yards once again. Give me the 49ers in this one. I'm going to go 28-6.
Give me San Fran to beat up on the Patriots. I'll say San Francisco 24-10.
Yeah, I'll roll with Santa Clara coming back in a big way, 41-9.
Oh, outright.
Well, seeing
no,
as
I don't condone it, but it's in how you call that word, inviolable or whatever, however you say that word. It is what it is.
I'm gonna be more optimistic. I think it's gonna be a close game. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, and Brock Purdy's back is hurting from carrying that fucking offense by his damn self the other day and no defense. But I'm gonna go with the 49 IRs is what I call them. Because we got that many damn players on IR. But I'm going to go with them. But I think the score is going to be 27-23. No, here, get this. The 23 is going to come from another special teams blunder from the 49ers. An extra point missed, return for a 2-point conversion to make it 23. So 27-23 Niners.
Wow.
I got 28-20.
Yeah, we're gonna make Ramondre Stevenson look like prime Marshall Faulk. See that coming from a mile.
All right, next we got the Kansas City Royals taking on the Chargers in LA.
The Chiefs and the Chargers. Yeah, I'm going to start this one off. I think possibly no Justin Herbert, the sprained ankle. I think the Kansas City Zebras, I meant Chiefs. I think they win this one 23-14. Pick your name. Zebras, Chiefs, Refs, whatever you want to call them. Just school with me.
Hey, well, Kevin.
Kansas City Zebras.
Kansas City Chiefs.
It's gonna be the Swifties versus the Harborough Maniacs.
Well, Kevin, when it comes to the loss column in this game, when it comes to the loss sheet in the Chargers, the Chiefs have a blank space for them, and they're gonna write
Oh my God!
So guess what, Chiefs in this one. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go 30 to 17.
Okay, hear me out. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, but
The Chiefs.
I'm calling it. The Chiefs are gonna beat the Chargers again this time by controversy. I got Kansas City surviving by the skin of their teeth, 24-19.
Let me guess. The referee messes up and John Harbaugh rips his khaki pants trying to run onto the field yelling at the damn referees. That sounds realistic there.
And for that, karma is a bitch. How fitting. Harbaugh loses in controversy to a team that's been getting helped by the officials.
The Chiefs versus
You know
the
what?
Chiefs.
I'm going the same storyline as Steven. I believe somehow, some way, the Chiefs are going to win in controversy yet again. But check this score out: Chiefs 23, Chargers 22.
Hey,
Okay.
last little smart remark before we get off of this game. You know the Spider-Man meme where one Spider-Man's pointing at the other Spider-Man? That's Jim Harbaugh pointing at the Chiefs, calling them cheaters. Like, you cheater? No, you cheater.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
All right.
Oh my
Yes!
God.
Well,
All right.
I'll roll with Kansas City 27-21 on this one. Late game heroic from Mahomes and Maato.
All right.
My Auto and my Homes. State Farm reference.
All right. Next is
Terrific.
the Cleveland Browns taking on the Raiders in Las Vegas.
Oh, this game is. Oh.
You know what? I'll go ahead and go first on this one. Check this score out, gents. 13-11, Raiders.
What?
Yes, 13-11 for the Raiders.
Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders in this one. Give me the Raiders in this one. 14-10.
You know what? For you losing to the Carolina Panthers last week, I will not pick you to win this fucking game. I don't care how bad Deshaun Watson wants a massage, and I don't care how bad Gardner Minshew is. Give me the Brownies. I'm going with the Browns, 16-15.
Oh.
Let's see. 2 safeties and 4 field goals.
All right. I'll go. Vegas gets back on track, 24-21. But if they do end up losing, everybody the next day must go get a Mark Davis haircut.
Oh, gosh.
Like how Will Ospreay got his tattoo of the attendance for All In last year. Everybody should have to get the tattoo of the amount of money they blew on Josh McDaniels from last season.
Oh. Steven,
All right.
who you go with?
Oh God, this game is so. This is a weird game. This is a very weird game. You know what? I don't feel good about it. I do not trust that Browns offense to save my life. Give me the Raiders, 17-14.
Oh, finally. A great game coming up on Sunday night.
Yes, it is. And it is the Buffalo Bills heading to Baltimore to take on the Ravens.
Damn. Now this is going to be a fun one.
Woof. Oh, man. This one's going to be tough.
All right. I'll jump on this one first. I'll give you Buffalo 28-24 over Baltimore on the road.
Ooh. All right.
I'm gonna go hijacker. I'm gonna go Buffalo. I'm gonna go Buffalo. It's just the teams both have great firepower. It's gonna be 31-27, Buffalo.
Oh, great score. Give me Baltimore
That's right.
in a close game. Give me Baltimore 30-26.
Mm.
You know what? And I shall follow suit because I'm going to think Baltimore is going to give Buffalo the first loss on the season. And I think this is going to come down to a game-winning field goal. And Justin Tucker, after the struggles all years, gets back with a 50-plus yard field goal. Give me Baltimore 28-25.
Wow. Man. You ain't gonna believe this. Ezra gave a final score of 31-27. Steven gave a final score of 30-26. My final score 30-27.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh, you're going with Buffalo.
30-27. Bills.
Okay.
Wow. See, these are the fun games to pick because these games could go either way.
Yeah.
This is going to be a barn burner, a slobber knocker, if you will.
Absolutely. Now we're moving on to Monday, and Monday once again we got two games. The first one is at 7:30 Eastern, and it's going to be Tennessee versus the Dolphins in Miami.
They should have moved that shit to Peacock.
Alert. Dumpster fire alert. Dumpster fire alert.
Put it on TikTok.
Train wreck alert. Train wreck alert.
I don't feel good about it. We had to pick these games, unfortunately. Give me Miami. They have the better team. The one quarterback that won't fucking turn the ball over 2 to 3 times a game. Like Will Levis with the Titans. I don't feel
Chris Collinsworth.
I don't feel good about this game. Give me Miami to squeak it out 16-14.
I'm going 17-14 Miami. Just with their quarterback situation right now being unknown, we don't know how bad Skylar Thompson's injured. So we don't know who's gonna be starting. So it's too much of a red flag there, and obviously Levis has been playing like complete shit. So it could go either way, but I'm gonna go with, like I said, Miami 17-14.
Yeah, I'm gonna go against the grain. I think Tennessee's defense is gonna do enough against Miami. They're gonna win this game 9-6.
Oh,
Jarius Sneed is going to shut down Tyreek Hill. Mark my word.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'll have Miami rebounding 30-10 in this.
Outright. Okay.
What, this fucking Skylar Thompson become Tua pre-concussion?
Yeah, I don't. I don't feel happy about it. I'm going with the Dolphins. But check this score out. 8-6.
Yeah, put that shit on TikTok live right now. Just don't even show it on it. Go bowling or something.
Let's see how badly you can roasted.
8-6.
Win by a safety in overtime.
Just show Jason Kelsey getting drunk in the stands on ESPN at that point.
You're gonna get roasted harder and deeper than a bag of Starbucks coffee.
Oh boy.
Good Lord have mercy, what a score. And I know you say you're not happy about this. I thought, wait, are you talking about the Atlanta Braves' chances in the playoffs?
Ow.
Hey. Honestly, I hope he gets stampeded by the Mets. For once, I am going with the Mets in this 3-game series. Elder, Enjoy it while it lasts, brother, because it ain't gonna last.
Joey.
I'm not-
Wait. I know this is a complete
Please
sidetrack.
do it.
This is the Mets we're talking about.
Okay. I didn't mean to get off track on this one. Sorry.
This is the Mets we're talking about. They're known to lose series like these that are winnable.
All right, guys, we got one more game. One more game, and that is the 8:15 game on ABC.
The real Monday night game.
Seattle Mariners, or not Mariners, but they are from Seattle.
The Sea Chickens.
They're close. They're close.
They are.
The Seattle Sea Cluckers.
They're both near the sea, so it don't matter. Both will drown. Taking on the Detroit Lions.
Give me Detroit to win this one. I'm not sure what Seattle team we're gonna see, but I think this is gonna be Detroit's time to shine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish this off by going with Detroit 31-20.
Give me Detroit. I don't feel good about Seattle because to me they played a bunch of nobodies.
I was just about to say.
Give me Detroit to beat Seattle 30-17.
And what I said about Seattle is exactly what you said, Stephen. They played a bunch of nobodies. Remember, but when the Rock was calling the Hurricane a nobody back in the day, that's what Seattle's played. A bunch of nobodies. The Patriots, the Dolphins with no quarterback. Give me Detroit to spoil another undefeated season, 3-0. I think Detroit spoils it. They beat Seattle 34-21.
Outright by double digits.
I don't trust Geno. I trust Geno Smith more than I trust Diddy at a party.
Oof.
I'm gonna go.
But unlike at a Diddy party, you're not going to give your phone number to anybody, let alone a fake phone number.
His name isn't Justin Bieber. But anyways, I'm gonna go Detroit. I'm gonna go Detroit 33-17.
All right. I got Detroit 24-22, but Detroit's going to win this one on a game-winning field goal that's going to first hit the left upright bar, bounce down, hit the bottom crossbar, bounce back up, hit the right side crossbar to barely hit the bottom crossbar in and tip in as time expires.
They might as well just throw up a giant graphic on the screen.
Wait a minute. I got another prop for you. I got another prop for you. First fourth down of the game. The Lions convert a fake punt from their own 10-yard line and get a touchdown out of it. First drive of the game. Dan Campbell, he shows off the testicular fortitude.
Oh, by the way, yeah. And like I said, what the fuck is all that bouncing and shit? What's next? They're gonna have a big old graphic on the screen that says tilt.
Just like pinball.
But hey, ladies and gentlemen, did everybody give their scores?
We did.
That's it. That's the score predictions for this week. Locked in.
All right.
Ready to go.
All right, Charles, I got to roll because I got to get on the clock here at the lounge, but everybody knows where to find me personally. IG, Hijacker Mike, Instagram, Hijacker Mike, Twitter, Mr. Mac. And if you're into cigars, you know where to find me, Smoking the Base Cigar Review on all channels. Boys, appreciate you. Thank you once again.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next week, and hopefully we all have better records and
peace out, my brother.
get in the playoffs with a slide.
Yes,
sir.
Peace out, bro.
Yep.
Peace.
Later, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm about to follow suit, guys, and get off here.
All right, Kev.
Last thing is, Cowboy fans, please tell CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott not to fight. I mean, CeeDee Lamb was looking at Dak and saying, "You about to see these hands," and they were about to screw up rough ball out there on the sideline. So
it's gonna turn into Strowman and Bronson Reed from Monday night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, it's gonna be your last Cowboy standing match.
Last overpaid motherfucker standing match between Dak and CeeDee Lamb.
Now that's a mouthful.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
I want to be the only overpaid player on this team. No, I want to be the only overpaid player on this team.
The overpaid player. No, I want to be the overpaid player.
No. let Michael Parsons be the special guest referee and say, "Hold my beer. I'm going to be the most overpaid, overrated player."
No, he can just
Yes.
talk about it on his podcast. He can just review it. But anyways, I'm gonna get off here, guys.
All right, dude.
Let's
Great
hope
job as
Vegas
always,
don't
man.
blow up the fucking predictions again this week. Well, I'll see y'all next week, fellas.
Yep.
All right, Kev. Peace out, bro.
Right.
Later,
Peace.
brother. Yep.
All right. Quick score up I want to do before we leave here. Right now, real quick before we get out of here, definitely want to let's see here. I definitely want to say this. It's or the score update real quick. It is 65-64 at the end of the third. New York Liberty over the Atlanta Dream right now. Yeah, 64-65 in the WNBA playoffs game 2. So I just wanted to throw that out there before we head out of here for the
And
day.
also, before we head out, I do want to bring this up too. In the world of baseball, congratulations to Shohei Ohtani for being the first major league player to beat the first player to do 50-50. 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the man himself, Mr. Shohei Ohtani. All right, I think that's all I have. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
I am good.
I'm good.
All right, final thoughts. Joey, go ahead. You're up.
Once again, another great show with you guys. Awesome coverage of the NFL games from this past week, and great another great prediction battle. Looking forward to seeing how this one wraps up. After I do get my final thoughts, I am going to go ahead and log off for the night because my laptop's about to die on me.
Okay.
So I do want to finish off with two very important things. First off, I want to take this time to wish a happy early birthday to one of the most important people of my life. She's been there ever since I was born, and she has not stopped providing for not only us, her kids, but for her grandkids also. Happy early birthday to my mom. She is good. Her birthday is tomorrow, so I want to wish her a very happy early birthday, even though I know she's not watching. And last but not least, the one day that I have circled on my calendar ever since the schedule got released for college football is finally coming up this Saturday night, boys. Number 2 Georgia Bulldogs coming into Tuscaloosa to take on my number 4 seed, Alabama Crimson Tide, baby. I'm looking forward to watching this game. I'm going to be sitting eyes glued to the TV on Saturday night from opening kickoff to the final gun. And I am so looking forward to seeing how this game is going to end up. But until then, enjoy the sports, enjoy the baseball, enjoy the football. Heck, if you're around the world, go enjoy some soccer or some cricket or some rugby, whatever you want to watch. Just enjoy it. And I'm going to go, and like I said, I'm going to go in and get off here because, again, my laptop's about to die on me. So, peace out, gents. See y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Will do. All right, Steven.
Great show with you guys. Phenomenal show with all of you guys here tonight, and paying tribute tonight to my fallen cousin, Elijah Wyand, who unfortunately was gunned down in Fayetteville, North Carolina on Saturday morning on September 21st. And also, I do want to send my thoughts and prayers and condolences to the families and friends over there in Birmingham, Alabama, because there was another shooting at another hookah lounge club up there. So there was 2 shootings in the span of one day. It was just, it's crazy. I mean, this is why I don't really go to clubs anymore or bars anymore, because these environments are very high, as far as when it comes to people, being in the area, and a lot of, especially in the popular cities. I mean, I stay away from that type of stuff a lot of the times now these days, just because you never know. There could be that one stupid knucklehead that has a gun, and you may not have a gun to protect yourself or anybody with you. I mean, you could be alone, and it's it's unfortunate, that things like this happen, and it really sucks that this happened. But I know that I just want to say he was a great dude. He loved sports. He was a Steelers fan. I know. He loved the Steelers and just all around good dude. Um, Lots of fond memories of him. Just being over here and playing the PlayStation 2 with me. And one of my fondest memories of him was him playing Def Jam Fight for New York all night long. Because I remember I woke up the next day and I'm like, dude, you still been playing the game? He said, yeah. I'm like, man, you must really love that game, huh? I mean, it's crazy. All these different memories and stuff are just fluttering back in my head, and it sucks, that this happened. He was a great guy, great dude. Gonna miss you, bro. Love you. Hopefully, justice will prevail. Justice will be served, and whoever did this, karma will get them. I know, because it's just gonna take time, but hopefully, in the end, we will get what we deserve, and that's answers on what happened. So again, to my cousin, to the people out there in Alabama that were devastated by this shooting later that night at 11 o'clock, rest in peace. And great, like I said, great show with you guys today, covering the NFL, and the score predictions never get old. And working on that video this afternoon, making fun of the Jaguars bullshit was a lot of fun. A lot of fun doing that. You can follow us on Twitter or X at @ON_sports show, Facebook.com/Nation Sports Show, and where we are live on most Tuesdays, depending upon our scheduling. Maybe something may come up and have to, flex the show to another day. But we are usually live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 4 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday nights at youtube.com/Nation Sports Show. Also, don't forget to follow the Nation's Corner on Twitter at Nation's Corner, Facebook at Nation's Corner, and the YouTube at The Nation's Corner, where the guys and gal will be live for another action-packed week of coverage of professional wrestling this Saturday. And again, tonight's sports show is brought to you by the one magic word, yeet. On that note, Ezra, wrap us up, my friend.
Will do, man. Thank you so much to everybody for joining us today. We appreciate it. As of course, our description, our social media handles for all of our individual social medias will be listed in the video as well as in the description as well. So check us all out for your pro wrestling, music, and sports-related needs. Follow, of course, like you said, Nation's Corner, 2C Cosplay, and, of course, our own channels as well. And that being said, for this Tuesday, for Kevin Rory, Stephen Wyand, Randy Gyron, Joey Thornton, Hijacker Mike, and everybody in the Sports Nation, I am Ezra Vickery. We will see you next week for another great edition of our Nation Sports Show. Take care, everybody. Have a great week, and we will see you next time. Same YouTube channel. Peace out.
Turn me up.